What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to WWE NXT Review, the show from August 21st, 2019. They're at Full Sail University at Winter Park, Florida. Your commentators are Mauro Renaro, Beth Phoenix, and Nigel McGuinness. So let's get right to the show here. The show opened up with the Undisputed Era. And the Undisputed Era, your NXT champion, Adam Cole, baby, leading Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish, So basically, Adam Cole gets the microphone and gloats about, saying what he said he's going to do. He defeats John Gargano at TakeOver Toronto 2, and no question that he is the greatest NXT champion that has ever lived. Okay, I digress. And he says if there's a Mount Rushmore of NXT champions, Adam Cole will be on it 4 times. Basically, 4 faces of Adam Cole's faces to be on Mount Rushmore of NXT champions. So forget about, Neville. Forget about Samoa Joe, who was a first ever 2-time NXT champion. And forget about Finn Balor. Oh, even forget about Shinsuke Nakamura. For those 4 guys. Well, there is someone that should be on there, Mount Rushmore, but I'm not gonna name him. He doesn't deserve it anymore. So there you go. Give you a hint. I'll give you a hint though. He's the architect. There you go. But anyways, I digress. But anyways, that's Adam Cole's thing. And then Roger Strong is on mic and says that all 4 of them should be dripped in gold, but the prophecy is yet to be fulfilled because they got screwed. Basically, Strong tells Velveteen Dream that he didn't pin Roderick Strong. He pinned Pete Dunne. So the Dream's title run is on borrowed time. And then Kyle O'Reilly reminds everyone that Fish was the guy who was tagged in, or represents to a blind tag. And Kyle O'Reilly was pinned where, they lost the belts, they lost the title match because Kyle O'Reilly wasn't legal. He was illegal. Bobby Fish was the legal man after they showed the proof of it on the Topatron. And then Bobby Fish calls out Win Regal. Win Regal doesn't come out though, but basically Bobby Fish wanted on his point across that to do his job and to fix this. And it says that it's only a matter of time before they all, holding gold in 2019. So as they're leaving, Jordan Miles comes out. He comes out with a contract with, looking all serious. Adam Cole talks about, you're joking, right? He says to if you challenge Adam Cole, basically in a way, it'll be a big mistake of your young career, losing to your first championship opportunity of your choosing against Adam Cole. And he says maybe you should go after the NXT Women's Championship instead, or he suggests to go to NXT UK to get a title shot. But Jordan Miles he wants Adam Cole to get the contract from Jordan Miles. Basically, Jordan Miles hands the contract over to Adam Cole. Adam Cole went to grab it, but Jordan Miles drops it, smile on his face, walks away. Basically means that he signed the contract and he said peace, with the peace hand and all that, and leaves. Big smile again. Adam Cole looks at the contract. Now all Adam Cole has to do is to sign the contract because Jordan Miles has signed his name on the dotted line on that contract, and now all Adam Cole has to do is just sign that contract and it's official. And by the way, it was already announced. It was already talked about later on in the night, so it is now official. In 2 weeks' time, but because I didn't do the review on the right time, when Wednesday comes around, in 1 week's time, we'll be getting Adam Cole, baby, defending his NXT championship against Jordan Miles, who won the NXT Breakout Tournament. And there you go. There you go. Earlier, we saw Bronson Reed talks about with the media about the whole tournament that he was a part of. Also, and Shane Dorn rose up and basically saying that he disappoints him because he brought him into NXT to be part of this tournament and win the tournament, and he blew it. And you basically a waste of an opportunity, a waste of a chance. And then Reed takes offense of this and basically challenged Dorn to a match. And yeah, we'll get to that later. Mansour versus Damian Priest. Mansour, who was known to win the 50-man Battle Royale from Saudi Arabia Super Showdown, and meant nothing to basically meant nothing at the end of the day with potential his run in WWE, and this was proven. Damian Priest wins. Moving on. Match itself was good though. Mansour gained some offense, but at the end of the day, it was basically a showcase for Damian Priest, and that's what it was. Announcement of that NXT is going to be moving to the USA Network on September 18th, and they'll be live doing their 2-hour show. So, what does this mean? Does this mean that NXT will still be run by Triple H when they get to the USA Network, or will Vince McMahon get his greedy hands all over it and turn NXT to what it was back in 2010, where it's going to be sports entertainment? It's not going to be about the wrestling anymore. It's going to be about sports entertainment, where it pertains to running the obstacle course, or punching arcade bags, and running around with a keg, and then doing tug of war, pulling ropes, doing magic tricks, and having fake computers, and having male wrestlers dating female wrestlers as a storyline. Basically like an AG Lee with the whole Kane and the whole Daniel Bryan and the whole CM Punk and then the whole John Cena thing, and not just with that, but also with Vicky Guerrero and Dolph Ziggler relationship, Vicky Guerrero and Edge relationship, the on-screen relationship type of thing, Santana Marella and Beth Phoenix relationship that they did at one point, basically a love story that they'll be doing, and you'll be seeing a lot of manscaping being filmed by the Usos, and then you're going to be seeing some Usi hot. You're going to also be seeing the 24/7 rosters getting involved. Representing the 24/7 title. Being suffocating the NXT show. You're going to be getting a lot of these joking bullshit on NXT here if this man is in charge of it, because NXT has now become it's no longer a developmental after this one. It's always been a developmental, and it will still will be a developmental, but it's not becoming its own brand. Now it's part of the NXT. Now it's part of the USA Network. Now will it still be on the WWE Network? Of course it will. Of course it will. Will it be part of the libraries? Of course it will. The problem is it's going to air on the day after, on the network. I don't know. We have to wait and see that one, because until that time, when we get to September 18th to watch the show live, I will be watching live. And I will be seeing how NXT moves forward from here. If I feel or see any signs that Vince McMahon is in charge of NXT, I'm done. I'm done with NXT. That means 205 Live and NXT UK is my only saving grace for WWE's wrestling. There you go. But these months, until after September, we get to October, and when AEW goes head to head with NXT, then that's when I'll be paying attention to the AEW, and I'll be watching NXT later on during the weekend, wherever I feel like watching it. But it depends though. It depends. To see how it turns out, what pertains to my schedule. But yeah, NXT is moving to the USA Network, and besides all that, congrats to them. All the years of hard work, what pertains to Triple H, Dusty Rhodes, the late great Dusty Rhodes, rest in peace, Jim Ross, William Regal, and then you got guys like Shawn Michaels now involved, the Road Dogg, Jesse James, And you got a few writers that were involved as well, that made NXT a success and everything. So congrats to them. We'll see what happens with that one, what pertains to how NXT is gonna change from the W Network to the USA Network, and on top of that, will the ratings, the viewership, be a big factor of gaining some new audience. We'll find out. But in the meantime, that's neither here or there. But we'll see how that turns out until September 18th comes around. We'll see how it develops. Now we get to Mia Yim versus, of all people, Vanessa Bourne. So after Mia Yim loses to Shayna Baszler at TakeOver Toronto 2 of not winning the title, she's back down on the ladder facing Vanessa Bourne, and she's being accompanied by Aaliyah. And Mia Yim wins. Nothing to say about that. After the match, Shayna Baszler, the NXT Women's Champion, shows up and says to Mia Yim that she's a badass and she took her to the limit, and says that why should we face each other? Why should we go stand across each other? We could be why be enemies? Let's stand by together. Let's be friends. Let's how about you join us? That, and that's when Jessica and Duke who had a slang, and then you have Maria Shafir showing up too, basically on the apron, and basically Mia Yim had a decision to make. Is she gonna join with the 4 Horsewomen's, or should I say 3 of the 4 Horsewomen's, or is she gonna turn that down the offer and be enemies with them? So she decided to turn on the offer, and she gets beat up after that. We get officials to break it up and all that, and there you go. We get a view package of Keith Lee versus Dominik Dijakovic. They're gonna have their rematch on this coming week on NXT, and basically they show their matches from PWG and from Evolve, and then what pertains to the matches from the one match that they have from NXT, and then they'll continue on because one of them got hurt. Keith Lee got hurt, and then Dominik Dijakovic got hurt, and now they're both 100% healthy, and now they're gonna continue on where they left off here, which is good. I can't wait to see this match between these two again. And it was unfortunate, that one of them got hurt, while this was going on. But now they're good to go. Obviously, Keith Lee was always good to go, but Dominik Dijakovic, he was not good to go. And on top of that, he was supposed to be, an opponent for the Velveteen Dream for the North American Championship at one point, but then he got hurt. So plans were changed at that time. So, but yeah, there you go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this though. Because last time they wrestled each other on NXT, it was ended by a double countout, and in this feud between these two has developed, where we're going to have these guys wrestle each other again. Bronson Reed versus Shane Thorne. They're having a decent match, and then in the end, it was Shane Thorne getting the win over Bronson Reed. Also, we get the Velveteen Dream coming out, the NXT North American Champion. He's being rolled out, in his couch with these 2 fine ladies, which I'm assuming they're developed superstars in NXT, which I'm pretty sure they are. But Velveteen Dream said merchandise, what pertains to him, his T-shirt, $30, his sunglasses, $10. Basically, the third eye of Velveteen Dream with the Velveteen Dream logo on the top of the third eye. He says basically $10, and then he says beating Pete Dunne to retain his title, his NXT North American Championship, and I knew he was gonna say this, priceless, and I was right. He said priceless, and then he says basically what pertains to the Roger Strong's message. He said if he wants a match, he better show Dream an experience he's never seen before. Otherwise, it will be dream over, and that was it. Short to the point, and there you go. Also, speaking of Alan Cole defending his NXT championship against Jordan Miles for the on this coming NXT show, I mean, in 2 weeks' time, which it's gonna be next Wednesday, not this coming Wednesday, but next Wednesday. My apologies for that. Sorry for that confusion. So forget about that whole thing. So what I meant to say for this week's coming NXT is the Street Profits defending their NXT Tag Team Championships against Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. So Riddle did his job and give Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly the rematch. Because it was injustice of what happened to those two from Takeover. And finally, the main event, Matt Riddle versus Killian Dain. These guys were killing each other in this match, being the living hell out of each other. So Killian Dain comes out first, and then we're expecting Matt Riddle to come out, but Matt Riddle comes out of nowhere from the crowd and beats up on Killian Dain. And the match begins after that. And then, obviously it's still outside the ring. It's still inside the ring, doing nothing but we're seeing Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle punches, punches, kicks, chops. Killian Dain fights back and all that. But, showing his strength. What pertains to him being a monster. He's choking Matt Riddle and attacking the rib cage of Matt Riddle, going to the gut and all that. These guys were killing each other in this match. They were going nuts. This was so far a very good main event. And then finally, we get to I gotta talk about this one part. So they're back outside the ring, wrestling, fighting in a way, where Matt Riddle was going to do something to Killian Dain on the steel steps. So Killian Dain go for a back body drop, and instead of a back body drop, Matt Riddle is instead face first on the steel steps, which was a scary sight there because I thought Matt Riddle almost got himself hurt there, or worse, broken his neck or something. Oh, in a way, it got hurt, in a way, but still. Which just the way it could have been done. Oh my God, Matt Riddle was lucky. Just lucky that he didn't get suffer a broken neck there. But it was a nice bump in the way though. It could have been any better, But Killian Dain goes for a running senton onto Matt Riddle while he's on the steel steps. Bring back into the ring. Oh, but before they got back in the ring, Killian Dain goes for a Vader bomb off the apron onto Matt Riddle on the outside. Brings it back into the ring. Goes for I believe 3 more of Vader bombs from the corner. Matt Riddle at this point bloody from his mouth. And then Killian Dain goes for a cover and a 3 count in the win. And your winner, Killian Dain. So in a way, they protected Matt Riddle of losing against the returning to NXT, Killian Dain, which he's been back for 4 weeks now. After the match, Matt Riddle sees Killian Dain. Killian Dain was celebrating on in a way pleased with what he did to Matt Riddle, and he's like, "You ain't worth my time anymore," and walks away. Matt Riddle looked like he was insulted. He runs up to Killian Dain on stage, jumps on his back. The fight still continues on, and I guess the feud is still going to continue on as the show went off the air. And that was it. So yeah, and a good show for NXT here, and good main event of what they showcased here. And there you go. Talking about wrestling for NXT, for the show from August 1st, 2019. 3 matches? Is it 3 matches? No, actually 4 matches. My apologies. Yeah, 4 matches. And my overall rating for the show, I'm going to go 7 out of 10. So that being said, folks, thank you all for watching. For Is the Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets. For this was your WWE NXT review from the Natural Born Driller himself, saying peace on the streets once again. So for next time we return to the NXT review, you all take care, stay safe, and I'm out.